What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Oh yeah, guys. So since last episode, I did a live stream. It was actually around 4.5 hours long, and I did some stuff. Like one of those things, I actually did this before the live stream, and I was like, I should probably stream this stuff. I went ahead and I filled in this blood altar here, put some stairs around so I can walk up it. Put in some blocks so it's all like filled in. You can't see the well of suffering down below, which is pretty cool. I did the same thing over at our other one, so they both match. That's clear glass, watch out. Yeah, so this one is all filled in as well, so it looks pretty good, I think. Now people were commenting that I should use other materials here besides just stone, since everything in this base is stone. And you know, I went through NEI. Let's check this out together real quick. So stairs, for instance. We have a bunch of different types of stairs, right? A lot of these stairs, for instance, these are all made out of like expensive stuff from Applied Energistics. We can do Skystone, which kind of looks more like the stone brick. We could do like all these different types of wood stairs, but then we'd have to worry about, for one thing, them catching on fire. You never know, it can happen. And then another thing, we don't have these specific types of trees to make stairs out of, so those are no go. We have like these Botania stairs that we can make, but we don't have any Botania stuff set up, so we're basically stuck with the vanilla variety. I saw that there are these. What are these? Oh yeah, there's more Botania stuff right here. Yeah, Botania's got a lot of different kind of color stuff, but again, we don't have any of the Botania stuff set up, so yeah, we're basically stuck with stone brick, which kind of is a bummer, I think, but yeah, we're gonna deal with it. That's not a big deal. It would be cool, in my opinion, if this mod pack had like carpenter's blocks or any of those other building blocks that we could make stairs and stick any kind of block in there, and there you go. We could also cut blocks up using the micro blocks and make our own stairs out of it, but that's annoying to place. And I think if you put micro blocks everywhere, it starts to cause a lot of frame rate issues, or at least it did in the past. I don't know if that's been fixed or not. Anyway, some things that I want to work on today. Well, actually, hold on. Let's back up a second. Before we get into what we're going to work on today, I did a lot of stuff on the live stream, and I want to bring you guys on a little tour. So I rearranged our Applied Energistics down here. I added 2 more ME controllers. I lowered it down, and I tried to make things look a little bit more clean and separated. Before, our wireless stuff was kind of like up here, just kind of hanging out. Not so good looking. We didn't have any more faces available on our 1ME controller, so I added more of those. Yeah, I just tried to, you know, make things look nicer. I also added in some of these covers and things so we didn't have openings to the outside. It'll let the cable pass through, and it looks a little bit more closed and finished in my opinion. We had like weird cable arrangements to do the power wire for our peer-to-peer tunnel wires. So yeah, I made that look a little bit nicer. And also, I have added in some auto crafting. Now, I've done a lot of this stuff in the past in my other series, so I figured we will kind of skip through it a little bit faster this time, and I'll just build it, and we'll just have it in the series. If you want to see me building all this stuff, you can go ahead and check out the live stream video footage. It should be uploaded to my channel right before this video. But in order to have this done, or in order to have the auto crafting done, you need to have like a molecular assembler. You have to have an ME interface. The interface has to have a pattern in here. When you request something, it sticks that into the assembler, and when the assembler's done crafting, it sticks it back into the interface, which goes back into your ME system. You also need a crafting storage. Yeah, the crafting in Applied Energistics 2 is weird because you have your main Applied Energistics storage, and then you craft something, it sends it over to be stored over here, and then it'll craft it, and then it goes back into your system. So it has to go into some kind of a crafting storage. Having these crafting co-processors allows your system to be able to craft more than one thing at a time. So I kind of like this arrangement where it's like a little tower. You have an interface connected to more molecular assemblers so it can, you know, put items into more things at once. Yeah, I just think it looks kind of cool. This is pretty much the same setup that I did in Feed the Beast Infinity. I saw this design from the Gyms, I believe is who had this at their base. I saw it, I liked it, and yeah, so that's why it's set up like this. So yeah, I went around, I did some cleaning, like I said, putting those little covers around where the wires go so everything looks a little bit nicer. We don't have holes everywhere. We have the auto crafting set up. Let's see, what else did we do? We were just kind of doing a little bit of derpy stuff. I unlocked some more things in the Thaumcraft section of my book. I went to the Deep Dark and was scanning some nodes trying to get some more of these research points, which is not a good idea. Still found out the best way to do it is to trade with our villagers that we have set up over here. Get those knowledge fragments and just nom on those for a little bit. It takes a bit of time to do the trading and then unlocking the locked out trades again with the villagers, but yeah, that's the way to do it. I did start setting up some of the stuff for bees over here. You can see we have cactus, which we didn't have previously. We had the cactus seeds. Cactus, yeah. These are the ones that you get from sifting sand. And there's nothing that you can do with this seed other than stick it in your crafting grid and make the AgriCraft version. So I made the AgriCraft version, and I was gonna breed those up to the 10-10-10s, but I didn't. Yeah, we only got a little bit into it, and I broke one of these, and it gave me a cactus. And I was like, you know, since we have the cactus, there's no real reason to grow them with the AgriCraft stuff, so I kind of left this alone. But yeah, that's what it looks like in the AgriCraft version. It looks a little weird, but yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, we have cactus, so we can do the desert bees. They need the cactus for their flowers. And I kind of wanted to work on a little bit of this stuff with you guys. So let's jump into this. I made some of these industrial apiaries over here. And in this one, we have the Modded Bees. And these guys require an arid, let's see, does it say right here? Yeah, temperature hot, humidity arid. So we put in a desert emulation upgrade. So this guy right here makes this bee think that it's in a desert. And then we have the automation upgrade. So once the bees die off, the combs stay here, but the drones end up over here until this fills up, and then the extras will eventually be over in this little section. Meadows bees are fine just to put right here. They don't work at nighttime apparently. And same thing with our tropical bees. These guys right here normally have a poison effect. If you get within a certain distance of the hive, you'll start taking poison damage. So I took, which I think it was these Modest Bees. These don't have any effect. So like their stat actually says effect none. Let's see if we can come over here real quick. And then I put that on this template, the effect none trait. And then I modified our tropical bees by putting them through that machine, and I got rid of their poison effect. And yeah, so we have tropical bees that no longer poison us, which is cool. What I want to do right now is put those bees through the machines that will pull their traits off. I want to show you guys how that works. Gendustry makes bee breeding really, really simple. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of these real quick. We're looking for the meadows species trait. That's what we really want off of these bees. So if we ever run out or we need to make more, we can just take any type of bee and make it into a meadows. That's the whole point here. So the genetic sampler needs these blank gene samples, and it needs this labware. And now we should be able to have all this stuff on AutoCraft, so I can make this whenever, which makes things a lot simpler. Yeah, we have labware here, and I can just, you know, click this, say make one. I'll make 16 of those using a diamond and all that stuff. So yeah, that makes that really simple. And then the sample, we can AutoCraft these as well. If I make 10 of those, it's just going to use 40 tin ingots, which is a little expensive, and some redstone, and we'll make all of those guys. Okay, pretty simple, pretty easy. I like the AutoCrafting. So we stick those in the genetic sampler, and we put the Meadows drone here. It's going to use a little bit of power, and it's going to pull off one random trait. So you're not always going to get the Meadows trait. You could get a lot of different ones. Luckily, we got species Meadows right away. So we don't need to do any more, really, unless these things have a specific trait we're looking for. This is what I wanted. So we can put the species up here. You can see I did this on a few other bees. So we got like fertility 2, temperature tolerance none. A lot of these aren't good, but like if you can get cave dwelling true and, you know, flyer true, which makes the bees work in the rain. You also want the ones that yeah, ignores day night. You want that to be true as well, which I don't think we have yet. So I'm gonna go through a lot of our bees here. What was this one? This is temperature tolerance none. I'm gonna go through a lot of our bees that we have already. I'm gonna pull the traits off. We're looking specifically for the species to begin with, and if they have anything special that we want, that's also something we want. Another thing that I'd like to do is get our forest bees, because those will breed into something else. And for those of you who might not be aware, I was going through the quest book. There is some stuff to do with these bees that we're gonna have to do. So getting these set up now is definitely something that I'd like to do. So down here we have this little sparkly one that says samples. And it says you will need to acquire the appropriate bees and trees to accomplish the following tasks. Any eye is your friend. It can tell you what to mutate for the outcome you need. So we have a lot of these different things that we need. Silk Wisp says we need 64 of them. Actually, I didn't know that there was more than one that we needed. Okay, we need 64 Silk Wisps. And in order to get those, we can use these tropical bees, which make these silky combs. And the silky combs, when you centrifuge them, have a chance to make silky propolis. And you can take the silky propolis, put it back in the centrifuge, and I think you get a chance. Yeah, it's not 100%. You get a chance for the silk wisps. So as you can see, we're gonna need a lot of those combs and a lot of those silky propolis. So having these bees go early on is gonna really help us out later. I'm not sure if the propolis is 100% from the combs. I don't think it is. It might be. Let's see if we get another one. It might be 100%. Anyway, that's what I've been working on and what we're gonna do here. Another thing, we have the artificial hive. Like I was talking about, we're gonna want to get like the forest bees going here. So the artificial hive, you're supposed to dip into, I think it's a seed oil. I'm gonna have to recheck that out. I'm gonna do a little bit of research, figure out what it is that we need to do, but let's see if we can try and get a forest bee going, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I just went through the quest book real quick, and I remembered that there was this quest right here, attracting bees, that we did a while ago. And this gave us our meadows bees and our modest bees, by the way. Yeah, it says right here that we take the artificial hive and put it into a wooden barrel with seed oil. So we have the seed oil drum that we started filling up a while ago. I just refilled this thing full of pumpkin seeds. And that gets put into the squeezer, and the squeezer makes like 1/10 of a bucket or 100th of a bucket, I don't know. But we're gonna take some of this seed oil, and we are going to put that into an oak barrel. So we'll put that guy there, this guy here, and a servo right here, and ignore. Okay, so I'll pull out of that and put into the oak barrel, and now we can put in these artificial hives. I think I might have done this already because I had a scented artificial hive already in the ME system, but we're gonna want a bunch of these since it's not 100% guaranteed that each one of these artificial hives you place down will give you the bees that you're looking for. I remember that we did fly out a little bit, not too far, we did fly out a little bit, and we found out where there was a forest biome. Maybe we can turn this thing off now. Just so we're not wasting the seed oil, I will remove that guy. All the extra seed oil flows back into the drum or the barrel, and there we go. Okay, so none wasted. That's awesome. Yeah, so we flew out. I think it was in this direction. If we hit J, did I know I had a waypoint here. Waypoint forest. And we can turn that on somehow, enabled on. Is there? Oh, right here, off on. There we go. So yeah, we can see that there's a forest biome right here where I marked it a while ago. So we're gonna fly out there. We need to place some blocks out in the middle of the void so we can set down these hives. So we can do that using an angel block. These are a really cool block that you can just place anywhere in midair. Very cool. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna need, I don't know, something to build a platform out of. I think just stone would work. Maybe we'll do, should we do grass? Dirt? Do we have, I'm not even sure. Do we have grass? Not grass. Grass. We do. Let's take one grass block out there and make it look a little bit nicer. And then I should also grab watering can. Okay, so I think we're all set. So we need to fly out here about 500 blocks. Shouldn't take too long since we got this jetpack. We'll go ahead and put it in hover mode. And here we are. Okay, so if we hit F3, let's just double check. Yeah, it says the biome is forest. This is where we need to be. So let's go ahead and stick down our angel block. We'll place down our one grass block, just for fun. And then we'll go ahead and just build out a little platform here. I can turn off the F3 mode and we can remove the angel block. Yeah, the angel block is instant break. You can break it with pretty much anything, just punch it. It doesn't take any time to break at all, and then it goes directly back into your inventory, which is really nice. Guess I should have brought the builder's wand as well, but I didn't. Okay, so we'll just have a little platform out here. This should be good enough. Fill in those two. And watering can, just to make it look a little bit nicer. This is not necessary at all to make our bees do their thing, or for the artificial hives to work, I guess I should say. Now another thing, I think with the forest bees, I think the hives have to be underneath a tree, now that I'm remembering. So we might have to go back and grab a sapling and some bone meal and all of this stuff. So let me go ahead and finish this up and we will be right back. There we go, guys. Did you see it? One of those hives just changed into a forest hive. So yeah, I grew a couple of trees on our platform, and then I put the artificial hives underneath the trees here. And yeah, they have a chance of turning into the forest hives, which is cool. We got two of them that changed. I did place all of our hives around, so yeah. There is a chance they'll just turn back into the unscented hive or whatever. So it's pretty cool. We got two of them to change pretty quickly and almost right next to each other as well. I'm going to keep my eye on this. I'm going to go grab a scoop and try and get our bees out of here. And we will continue on with our bee breeding. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Alright guys, so we're over here by our little mini forest biome, and I saw next to the forest biome we had a river biome, so I decided to set up an area that we can try and get the watery hives out of. So one block below the surface, we place one of these scented artificial hives, so there's a water source block on top of all of these guys. According to the forum post and the wiki, they need to be one block below the surface and have lily pads around. I don't know if the lily pad has to be directly on top or not, so I left the lily pad off of the top of these hives so we can replace them and put them back easier. But I've done this a few times now, and we have not received any of the watery hives, which is kind of a problem because if we're going to need any of the bees that are, you know, from the water bees, we can't get them. So I'm going to try this a few more times, but yeah, like I said, having a problem doing this. I also tried this over by our base. Our entire base is basically in an ocean biome. It said that they need some kind of a watery biome, so like a river like what we have these in right now, or the ocean should work. I'm not able to get them to spawn in either. So I don't know if it's like a really, really rare chance that they will spawn or whatever. If you guys do know, maybe I'm doing something completely wrong here, let me know in the comments down below. I guess another thing could be, we're up pretty high. We're at Y level 119. Maybe it needs to be down by sea level. It didn't specify that anywhere, so I don't know if that's the case. Anyway, let's head back to the base. I've been trying, this is swampland right here. So we can also grow the swamp bees. I might do that here pretty quick too. So back over here at the base, I was trying to make some other bees. So we have an extreme hills biome, I think right here. We just flew through one, but yeah, there's also one. Let's hit F3. The minimap biome thing updates very slowly, but the one right here shows us that this is extreme hills. So I tried building a little platform here, and I saw somewhere that it said that extreme hills is considered a cold biome. So I tried getting the wintry bees to spawn. No, I tried placing some hives over here next to this naturally occurring snow. This is in a stone beach, and this said, yeah, it says stone beach on the F3 screen. The minimap still says extreme hills. Very slow to update. It did not work here. I tried a couple times. So yeah, I wasn't able to get the wintry bees. I'm probably gonna have to go and find like an ice plains biome or some other proper snowy biome and trade there. I haven't discovered any around. I'm trying to get some stone bees or rocky bees to spawn. Those say that needs a lot of smooth stone around, so I have kind of a big square of smooth stone, and we got the scented artificial hive in the center on like 5 spots. And this one's turned into an unusual hive. And that's an artificial hive. That's an artificial. That's artificial. Yeah, so I did this before. And we got two unusual hives before. Now we got one more. And it's just not working. I'm not able to get the rocky bees or the stone bees. We're just getting these unusual bees. So again, I feel like either I'm doing something wrong, or maybe there's just something in this mod pack that's changed. I did look through the X asterisk and X nihilo configs and saw if there was anything changed in there, and I couldn't spot anything that looked like it would affect the bees, but yeah, it feels like I'm really doing something wrong to try to get those to spawn there, or maybe it's just a really rare chance that they will spawn. But what I did saw is that the unusual hives, or I did see, I'm sorry, I said I did saw. The unusual hives said that I needed like a gourd stalk nearby, so like pumpkins or melons, I think, in order to turn into an unusual hive. Obviously, we don't have those nearby. There's no plants of any form next to this, so I don't know why that would even turn into an unusual hive. Anyway, yeah, we're having problems with the bees. I've gone through a lot of our seed oil over here as well. We're down to 7 buckets worth, and I have 22 scented artificial hives remaining. So yeah, we're gonna be out of seed oil here pretty quickly if I keep trying this and failing. I do have this filled up full of pumpkin seeds. I could probably put more in there, trying to make more seed oil. What we're probably gonna end up doing is having to jump into forestry tree breeding and try and get to the, was it the walnut or the chestnut trees? One of the two. Had like the best seed oil production, if I remember correctly, from a long time ago. Unless that's been changed, I don't really know. I also know you can do it from cherries too. So we might start looking at doing that stuff here pretty soon. Yeah, so I did end up getting the forest, let's see, the forest species, which is good. So now we can make the forest bees anytime we want. We have these unusual bees from the other hives that I broke over here trying to get the stone bees, which didn't really work. I guess we could try scooping this out and see if we can get another, maybe a good pristine princess or another drone or something. Scoop. Oh, it's in my inventory already. Okay, so break this, and yeah, we got a pristine and a drone. Good. So we had a pristine here and an ignoble. All right, so that's looking pretty good to me. Yeah, unfortunately, these guys just aren't doing what I need them to do. Yeah. We need to get all those different base bees so we can create the crossbreeds and all of this. Some of them require specific forestry, like the hive bees, I should say. And if we don't have those, we can't do those breeds. So going back to the quest book, let's see, is there something else that we can work on instead of just trying to create bees? But I do want to get some of these things done here. Yeah, this was like the botania stuff. We'll probably be working on that here pretty soon. Upgrading the apiaries, right. So this task right here wants us to create all these different upgrades. You know what? Let's go ahead and check that out. Also, with all the applied energistic stuff that I was doing in the live stream, we did set up this guy right here, this pattern encoder. This is from AE2 stuff, the same mod that makes our advanced inscriber and this crystal growth chamber, which is really, really awesome. So this thing right here, the pattern encoder, this works like the AE2 pattern, the AE1 pattern encoder, where you don't need the specific item in your AE system to make a pattern, which is so cool. So like, for instance, if I wanted to make, I don't know, how about pink stained glass, because pink stained glass panes are awesome for whatever reason. I can just shift click that and it puts the pink stained glass in here, and I can make that pattern if I wanted to. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot. So what I want to do, since this wants us to make these different emulations, we should probably just go ahead and make patterns out of this. So lifespan upgrade, Didn't I should have that already. I don't know. Yeah, I have a pattern right here. Lifespan upgrade. And I have made these before, so I don't know why. Oh, it says manual detect. We'll go ahead and make one. We'll manually detect that. Okay, well, it says that I have it now. Maybe it's because I was making 4 or 5 at a time previously. These stack up to 4. So Plains Emulation Upgrade. Let's go ahead and make that guy. Plains Emulation Upgrade. So this is some grass blocks, this environmental processor, climate control module. Yeah, we already got the patterns for like all these. We just don't have this pattern, so we can go ahead and shift click that and make that guy. And then the other one that I wanted us to make was a heater upgrade. What is this thing? Steel heater shield from custom NPCs, huh? Okay, so heater upgrade, it is just some glass, some bronze, and netherrack. So we should have all of that in the system as well. Go ahead and make that pattern, and we will stick that in our system here. That'll just go into one of those interfaces down below in our crafting area, so we can make a plains emulation upgrade and a heater upgrade. Let's go ahead and tell our system to make that. Plains and heater. So middle click and we can do that. Middle click and that one. Okay, so pretty simple crafting. Here we go. This is all done. And that's going to give us a hell emulation upgrade. So that's like the bees are in the nether. And then it'll give us a treealizer. That's awesome because I don't want to have to make one of those if I don't need to. Okay, so now we have a hell emulation upgrade, and we got all these different bees on us. I'm gonna put, let's put all these away, get our inventory a little clean. We got a lot of stuff on us. Those snow blocks and the pumpkins that I had on me, I was trying to force snow to be put down, so I made a snowman, and that didn't really seem to help out at all. So yeah, that's why I had those on me. Okay, I guess we can put all these upgrades away as well. I think I clicked something in the system I didn't want to, but whatever. All right, so tree breeding. So this says tree breeding can be rewarding work. Plant 2 different tree species near some apiaries. Wait while the bees do some work. Eventually, you'll be able to see mutated leaves while wearing spectacles. When you see the leaves change, break them with a grafter. Analyze the resulting sapling, and with any luck, you'll have a new species. Okay, so that's going to give us an industrial grafter as a reward, and this only wants us to make a regular grafter. So I'm going to make this. We'll get this, and we'll only use this one probably, since this looks like it's rechargeable. So a grafter. This is bronze and some sticks. That's pretty easy. I'm not going to make a pattern for that since we're going to have that rechargeable one. So we'll go ahead and make this guy. Okay, claim the reward. And we got a greeter reward bag. Redneck cable. All right, well, I guess that could be useful for some things. Looks like we're starting to get hungry. Let's eat some brain jerky. So delicious. And did that unlock anything else in here? No, it doesn't look like it. So the only things that are left to do here in our quest book is breed all the bees to get to this point. And I'm going to have to see if not having like the stone bees and the watery bees and anything like that is going to prevent us from doing this. I did want to have all those since we were messing around with the scented hives, but it might not be necessary. So I'll see what we need to get to all of these things. And then we'll start messing around with some tree breeding, I think, here pretty quick. Yeah, let me go ahead and do some research, and we will be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I was just going through all of the different things that we needed for this quest. I went through each one of these and checked out the different lines for the bees that we need to breed. And it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We do need these ender hives, so we're going to go ahead and break some of these and take them with us. The mysterious combs, if we click uses on these, says that we can get the pulsating propolis, which is what we need in order to get, like, for instance, these pulsating meshes. So that's going to be pretty easy, although the end bees have a trait on them called end, which I think either kills you or does a lot of damage to you. One of the two. I've never tested it out. I've always gotten rid of that trait right away, which is what I'll do on these bees when we go to breed them. Now, another one that I was kind of curious about is, let's see, Oblivion Bee, and that was one that doesn't have a recipe for breeding, but I'm pretty sure Oblivion Bees, like if you come underneath the end, these islands here, you see these obsidian pillars? I think these lead up to Oblivion Hives. I remember seeing there was some hive up here before. Yeah, Oblivion Hive. Yeah, I never collected any of these, so these are also naturally spawned bees here in the end. That one only gave me, I think that only gave me a princess, not a drone, so we're gonna have to clear out a few more of these things. But yeah, guys, it looks like I'm gonna have to do a bit of bee breeding here off camera, do some mutations and all of this stuff. None of it is too complicated. You can find all of these recipes in NEI. Yeah, there's a lot of those unusual hives down below, and here's another end hive. We'll take, or ender hive. We'll take that with us, running out of room for more princesses. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and collect all of the different bees and start the bee breeding process. Next episode, we might jump into tree breeding or something like that, but I definitely want to start knocking out these forestry quests and try and get those done. Let's see, we also are going to have to jump into Botania here pretty quick, because a lot of the different sections of this book are starting to hit Botania stuff, and we haven't really done too much with that. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'm going to collect some more bees, do some more breeding and all of this stuff off camera, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. Don't look at it.